Hey everybody, it's Inco here, and we are back with another episode of Oriental Empires. I believe it is episode 5 of our Han campaign. Last time when we left off, we were sending out settlers to the north, and we were going to recruit yet another unit in our capital. Boom! Now the question is, where is the second one going to go? We're sending this one to the north. We'll talk about that in a second, where he's going to go exactly, but where would you, dear watcher, put the second city? I've already decided. I've decided for you. I just want to test your skills. Where do you think would be a good spot? Let me give you my opinion. So, we're going to go up north, alright, but interestingly enough, I actually found pretty much the best spot for a city ever. We have some wild game, we have some rhinos, and we have some fish. We can feed the fish to the deer and the deer to the rhinos, and then we can eat the rhinos, meaning that we will be superhuman by the time the city reaches population 50. We will have become something else entirely. The next step of humanity coming this summer. I digress. Basically what I'm trying to say is, we're going to move these guys up north, and we're going to found an awesome city up there. But I think it would be best if we grab these settlers, and we put a city in the middle. Just to unify our empire as it is currently. We kind of have this gap here too, and I just figure we should drop a city here so that we can hop from Yanxi to Yongchai, and then eventually there will be a city in these waterlogged lands here. These are fucking marshes. You can't farm these marshes. Eventually, I can't remember if I spoke about this, but eventually you can drain these marshes and farm on them, but as it is currently, you cannot farm them. But we're going to put a town up there anyway, hopefully to breed and spread bloodborne diseases, because mosquitoes will fucking eat them alive. But then we can feed the mosquitoes to the fish, and the fish to the deer, and the deer to the rhinos. Then we'll eat the rhinos, and then we'll all die because we got yellow fever, or whatever the what disease would it be in Asia if not yellow fever? Do they have yellow fever there? I know in Panama they do. It was a big deal when they dug the Panama Canal. Yellow fever. All right. What was I talking about? Okay, we're gonna move the settler over here. I'm going to put a city here just to solidify our empire. We don't need to claim this territory here, but I just worry of overextension. Now that we're beginning to pump out cities, it's pretty much exponential. You know, the more people you have, the more settlers you can recruit, the more cities you can settle as time goes on. Alright, so you may have noticed up here that there's these blue guys. These blue guys are fucking terrifying. Let's take a look. Let us take a look at these dudes here. Now these are the Dongyi. They are tribal peoples from the east of China, I suppose, from the coast, as far as I'm aware. And they essentially are skinny sumo wrestlers. Look at this. It's like the rise of a full moon times, I don't know, 60, however many people are here. It's fucking crazy. They just wander around China like that. I mean, given the choice, I would not wander around China naked with a thong on and tribal tattoos on my front. And then like a foppish emo haircut as well. I don't know if I would do that, but these guys are like a whole other level. They're like, they are the bravest men I've ever met. And it's quite interesting. It's obvious that we've run into them. They've popped out of the fog of war. But as for this other faction, the Chu, they basically walked within throwing distance of our capital, which is quite worrying. How is it we did not detect these guys earlier? It's a little bit worrying. They're a simple stroll away from my capital. Although I have to commend them. They have a very good choice in nature walks. I mean, oh my god, we just popped inside of a tree there. Whoops. We can, look at this, we can be creepy. Just imagine we've got a pair of binoculars. We're like George McFly from Back to the Future. As we, like, does he jack off on that tree? It's like right in the middle of the street. Or does he? No, what he would do is he would watch through the binoculars, and then he would take those memories and do the business later in the privacy of his own room. At the very least, you can only hope that that's what he would do. All right, let's get back to the task at hand. So the Chu, I believe it's the Chu. Yeah, the Chu have marched near our town. We've met them. I think it's time we talk to... Oh. We crashed. I don't believe it. I do believe it. For Not even 5 minutes and we crashed. All right, everyone, we'll be back. When we come back, we'll talk to the Dong Yi and we'll talk to the Chu. Okay, we're back. Let's head into the diplomacy screen here. We're going to talk to the Chu. Oh my god, greetings. What topic do you wish to raise? Look at this guy's face! He looks confused. You know what it is? It looks like he's perpetually smelling a curious fart. He's just like, was that me? Was that my wife? He just looks so confused. What year is it? Who am I? I'm so high right now. He just looked, and the way his head is slowly bobbing back and forth, he's just, what? Either that or like it's really bright. Well, I was gonna say, I've just opened the door and the light behind me is blinding him, but I can see that the light is pouring in through the window, so that's not a possibility. He's just basically, as I said, perpetually confused. So we want to know where the Chu capital is. This is heavily weighted in our favor. We're not giving anything, we're just asking. He says, we see no value in this offer. Well, fuck you, man. How about the Dong Yi? Will the Dong Yi be up for it? Oh, this guy looks, he's much nicer. This dude. Greetings, what topic do you wish to raise? See, your face makes all the difference. This guy seems quite nice. We're gonna ask that he reveal his location. We will propose okay, we cannot agree to this. Fuck you too. So it turns out that these guys don't want to be friends at all. And that's worrying, because they're now marching into our lands. But anyway, we can actually end the turn. We'll get, our general is just 2 turns away from this encounter. I've got some scouts going every which way, so we can end the turn quite easily. And just watch them go. And it looks like our settlers are a few turns away as well. These guys are going to go into the center. These dudes are going to go way up north to claim these lands, because I imagine the Dong Yi probably want those lands too. They're quite close, aren't they? We can only imagine because we've run into them. I mean, not as close as the... Who is this? The Chu? Fraternal Harmony Pact? Sure. Basically, it's a non-aggression pact, rather. He says, excellent. Wonderful. The Dong Yi Fraternal Harmony Pact. Excellent. So they want to be friendly after all, which is good. We've built a farm in Yangchai. We've got a farm in Yanxi. And I could found the city with these guys and just get these bros to march. Is that going to make much of a difference? I don't think that's going to make a difference at all if we do that. So we'll just send these guys north. We're going to start scouting to the east, southeast rather, because we've gone pretty far north. I think that's going to be the extent of, well, having said that, we're going to want to scout. If we're going to found a city there, we want to scout around it. I want these guys to scout around this area because I want to settle there eventually. Sushi is going to meet up with that old warrior or whatever it is. I hope he knows something crazy like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or something like that. If he knew how to, I don't know, do karate, like Jean-Claude Van Damme style, I would be extremely pleased. I could use Jean-Claude Van Damme in my army. Like 100%, without a doubt. I would much prefer to have that bro on my team. Okay, so in our capital, Irlatao, we are still building that pottery workshop. And we are actually able to build another farm in Yangcai, so we should do... There we go. Yeah, we'll build that one. Why the hell not? Everything else is being built. I suppose we could start looking at buildings for the rest of our empire. Yanxi is not really making that much money. It has a bazaar already, my mistake. What else can we give it? A pottery workshop, a granary. Yeah, I suppose we could do that. We could fence it. We could build a wooden palisade. Not really necessary. Let's just end the turn. Get the troops moving. 1 or 2 more turns, we'll have a new city in the center of our kingdom. Let's start. I kind of want to scout to the southwest here just to see what's... Ooh, a suggestion. It is time to think about recruiting another settler. Oh, you're funny. You're funny. It's a good idea, but you're a little late because I'm a lot quicker than you think. I'm a lot quicker than you think, girl. Oh, damn. All right, well, actually, let's see what she says. Recruiting another settler, starting a new settlement. We're way ahead of you. A settlement to the north or east near the river will give you the later opportunity to trade along the river, true. And to build a fleet to prevent your enemies from crossing. That is actually a very good point. And I am intrigued. I would very much like to build a fleet. You might even consider settling across the river. This will open new opportunities, but may invite conflict with powers to the north. Of course it will. The Shang will be like, what the fuck, bro? You're like 10 feet. 10 feet to the left. I live here. Can you... It's like if I were to kick in the picket fence of someone's house and just set up a tent, just like, yo, bro. Yeah, don't mind. I'm gonna live here. I'm just gonna pick these crab apples. Don't worry about it. I'm not gonna come into your house. I'm just gonna eat your apples. I can mow the grass if you really want me to. I'm just gonna live here. And they'd be like, no, please leave. That's what's gonna happen. That would be the invitation of conflict with powers to the north. On the other hand, a settlement to the west might be able to exploit any minerals you've located in the mountains there. The basics. Thank you for showing me the basics, but I've pretty much got it at this point. You're not wrong about any of the information presented, especially when you mention minerals to the west. Now, the Zhao campaign to the west that I've been playing, I think they're literally like right here. All of the mountains they live in, fucking chock full of minerals. Copper. It's all copper. There's a few nodes of gold, mostly copper. I've only seen one node of jade, and that was way to the north. All I know, though, is she's not joking about the minerals. She knows what the hell she's talking about. Okay, so we've managed to hit, I think it's the end of the river. Let's just continue. Let's follow the Dong Yi. Oh, we're not going to declare war. My god, not on those assholes. They're fucking crazy. They kind of remind me of, like, if they were cracked out, like, really thin and muscular dudes. I'm talking, like, a heroin addict in, like, LA. You know, like he's an aspiring actor who's just, like, cracked out on heroin. Or I guess, I don't even know where I'm going with this. I'm just thinking, like, you do not want to be the guy who gets his face chewed off by the dude doing those bath salts. That's kind of what I imagine those guys are. The donkey walking around in their fucking loincloths. Okay, in the middle of winter in China, too. That's the most impressive part. Road building. We have researched road building, which is fucking amazing. Now we can start to really build an empire. So we can click the road building tab here. Now, road building right now, kind of annoying because you can only build roads outside of your gates of your city, which is predetermined when you build the city, right? So I've got a west gate, a north gate, a south gate, and an east gate. What if I wanted to build a road here or here? Well, first of all, I'd have to build it out of the gate and then do that. Yada yada. It's kind of annoying. But that's a really minor quibble. So if I want to build a road from Irlatao to Yanxi, I can get it to build halfway from labor from Irlatao, and then I can get 5 units of labor from Yanxi, and they'll meet in the middle. And then our troops will be much quicker between the two, which would be wonderful. Road building is a great pastime of any true emperor, administrator, empire builder. We'll go with that. The favorite pastime. Oh shit, we built the pottery workshop in Irlatao. Speaking of favorite pastimes, did you guys ever see Ghost? Where I think it's Patrick Swayze, or the other one that looks like him? No, it's Patrick Swayze. Patrick Swayze and okay, well I don't know who the chick is, but they do pottery in that movie, like a lot of it, and it's sensual. They're close, very close. And I always thought, man, I would just love to be able to do pottery like that with Patrick Swayze as well, not just on my own. I would very much like to do pottery with Patrick Swayze, and he can wrap his big muscly clay-laden arms around me. It'd be wonderful, and also homoerotic. Okay, moving on. We're going to take a look at the pottery workshop. So we've begun to create ceramic vases. That's 10 gold coins from external trade and 6 from internal trade, so a total of 16 gold coins from trade, and that's not bad to start. As more people move into the cities around us, as more cities spring up, obviously the higher the trade value. So we're on our way to running a pottery empire We've actually just founded Pottery Barn. Little known fact, Pottery Barn has it's actually the longest running continuous retail store. You may have heard that the oldest company in the world is actually those cymbal guys from Turkey, but you would be wrong. It's actually Pottery Barn, which was founded in Irlitau in China, in ancient China. I'm talking like 1200 BC, bitch. Like, it's real old. No. Moving on, we're going to take a look at this encounter really quickly, and then we can end the turn. I think this encounter was the warrior, was it not? Yes, famous warrior. He wants us to pay him 1,250 gold coins. My god. My lord, I have fought many battles. And he looks like he's the Dong from the Dong Yi. He's got the tattoos, or he's a Celtic. Kind of like if you were to create a Bollywood film about the Picts, like if it was about Hadrian's Wall, or maybe if you were to create a Hong Kong kung fu film about King Arthur, this guy would be in that fucking movie. You know what I mean? Like, he'd be one of the main picked villains. It's amazing. Okay, my lord, I have fought many battles and led many armies in my time. I would be happy to lead your armies too, but my craft is a dangerous one. So my rewards must be considerable. Pay 1250. Gain a character skilled in generalship. Okay, so I think if I remember correctly, that encounter will just remain there until the end of time, because apparently this guy's an immortal. Holy shit, guys, we're about to hire a Highlander. You know that? There can be only one. Oh my god. Yeah, we're going to leave that there until potentially we're fighting a war, or we are about to get into war, because I know this from experience. Characters get old and they die as, I don't know, their bones weaken. They stop drinking milk and they get osteoporosis, or whatever the weakening bone disease is. Basically, we just want to buy that guy when we need him and not have him kicking around our empire doing dick all. Alright, let's end the turn yet again. Technology warning. My god, we have to research seedling transplantation, flood control, signaling. I think I want to get flood control. We have not yet seen a flood in this campaign, but I'll describe it very quickly. In the spring and summer seasons, sometimes storms happen. Big old storms happen, and it actually floods a bunch of tiles near rivers and whatnot, and you can't farm those tiles while the storm is happening. So your people begin to starve, they begin to whine and bitch about it. And I understand that. I too would be like, do we not have a granary? Can't we just put the rice in the sun and just, I don't know, dry it out? That would be me crying. And then the next step would be like, okay, fine, I'll eat my kids. Fuck them. Yeah, so the point is your fields flood, and you can't farm them until the storm passes. The farms are still there. You don't have to rebuild them. They just get flooded. All right, let's end the turn. Oh my god, stack without orders. Who is it? These assholes? These assholes? Oh, it's it's Sushi. He's gonna move to Irlitau. We'll grab our faction heir, Guo Qin, and we'll send him up north with some nobles, because we're gonna have to garrison that motherfucker once we settle that city. I just know that. It's gonna be the frontier of our kingdom, so we want to make sure we don't lose it, especially because it's gonna be in an excellent spot. Oh my good god. Apparently one of the generals of the Dong Yi has shown his skinny, pasty face. Where has he gone? Oh my god. Oh my god, the Chu are also invading my lands. Mo Wu and Du Gang. Who's that Pokemon? Dugong. Dugong is also here. Just himself and his best friend. Oh my god. Holy shit, sorry, I had a little bit of a cough there, but I'm laughing because Dugong has decided to take a stroll in our lands, but he brought his best bodyguard, who he insists. Man, they look very alike. I almost wonder, perhaps they're twins. Like this is the long-lost twin, and Dugong just keeps him around to remind himself how superior he is. I am the faction heir of the Chu. You and I are essentially the same person, but I hold the power. What do you have, Dugong? Or this could be like the plot to a hilarious comedy movie where Dugong ends up dying out somewhere in the wilderness, and his bodyguard, brother, twin, whatever the fuck it is, will take his place, and hilarity will ensue. It's like a Mary-Kate and Ashley film. Wunderbar. You can have that one for free, Hollywood. Just invite me to the premiere, please. With 2 guest tickets. I would appreciate that. I don't know, for some reason, Dugong and his favorite bodyguard have decided to take a stroll out in the beautiful countryside. But for some reason, he said, you have to stay behind me at all times, but not like 10 paces. Like a single pace behind him. Any further away, and he feels unsafe. Oh my god. That is hilarious. And in fitting fashion, we've crashed whilst looking at Dugong and his long-lost twin brother. I think it's as good a time as any to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We didn't actually get a chance to do anything this turn, which is actually kind of fortuitous, because we can come back and do all this stuff unabated, or rather without delay. So, as I said, I'm going to end it here, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to leave a like, be sure to leave a comment. The more feedback I have, the more I will produce now and in the future. That is on Oriental Empires in specific. If you want to get in touch with me, you can check me out on social media, Twitter, Facebook, specifically Twitter, because I'm quite busy and frequently visit that site. And I suppose that's about it. So, if you want to see any more of this, I'm going to be posting more of it all the way up until August 14th, so stick around. As always, my name is Incoherence. This has been Oriental Empires, the closed beta which explains the crashes. You guys are, as always, fucking awesome, and I will see you all later.